Good morning. This Great Salt Plains Lake. We had the entire campground to ourselves last night. Wasn't hardly any traffic that came through, but I don't know how well you guys can see. That's pretty amazing. I had no idea this big lake was up here. Watched a video from a friend of ours on YouTube. Post a link to his video here in a little bit. They do a lot of camping in RVs and whatnot, and they came up here. But this lake is right on the edge of the Oklahoma Adventure Trail, which is what we're doing in our Jeep. It's going to be a series of videos because it's 1,100, 1,200 mile track around the state, made up of mostly dirt roads and back roads. There's a few spots where you get into some blacktop, but for the most part it's all going to be dirt roads and old logging roads, that type of stuff. Maybe, I don't know, we haven't seen it all, but I figured down southeastern Oklahoma it probably ought to be a little bit of logging roads and whatnot. But this again is the Great Salt Plains Lake. We're going to show you around the campground here in a little bit, but I just thought you ought to see this morning view of the little area where we're at. I'll spin around and show you camp. There's the Jeep, and then back up off the front of the Jeep. Let me walk over here and show you. We've got the Marmot Limelight. Man, that's a pretty picture right there. Look at that, guys. Just nice and cool out this morning. I think the temperatures are barely 70. I got a little chilly last night. As you can see, we pulled the rain fly completely off. Nice little breeze coming through here. I got a little chilly this morning, went to cover up with the blanket, and I guess maybe my wife got chillier before I did because there wasn't no blanket to be had. She's all wrapped up in that thing like a burrito. We'll go over here. She's still asleep right now, so don't look inside the tent. She'd get mad at me. Yeah, you see that burrito there? That's all the blanket. She's using every bit of it. She must have got chilly. Then again, like I say, this is the campground that we're staying at, and I believe they're calling this the South Campground, South something, I don't know. I'll post a link if you're interested, but there's like three, I don't know how many camp spots there are. We're in spot number 2. Here's the kids. Both of them did pretty good. They got a little hot yesterday. Of course, that's part of summer camping. We all got hot, so cooled off nicely towards the evening. We had a real good dinner. And there's the pup. Say hi, Buster. Hi, Buster. He's ready to go do something. He's wanting to tear something up this morning. King's just nervous. He's pretty sure there's something in the woods going to come attack us all. Oh, it's his brother. His brother's going to attack him. Well, I guess he was partially right. So here at the Great Salt Plains Campground, they have the outhouse style bathrooms. They're very clean. And you can look over here. That back over in there is campsite number 1. Again, we're in number 2, which is kind of hidden in the trees over there. And I'll show you this one. It's actually pretty sweet. This is campground number 3. Again, if it's important for you to be by the bathroom, this is a really cool campground. I like this rock wall they've got here. It's one of the few with the covered patios, so it's actually pretty sweet. And then also you're up here on the top of this hill, so you get a lot of breeze with this one. If you're standing in a tent, this would be great. But as you can see, that's the main road coming in. This is a side road that takes you down to the lower part of where the water's coming out of the lake. There's a lot of traffic here on this road, so there is that. But once the traffic quit, you got a good flat spot right here for a tent. Got a real long pad if you have an RV. It's nice and level. And I don't know, I see an electric. Yeah, there's not electric at any of these. It's $14 a night to camp here for the primitive. And then I didn't even look and see what it was for the other stuff. But you can look across there, look at how pretty that is. So for you guys that don't know, Fraser Douglas runs a YouTube channel and website called The Modern Camper. And he's actually got quite a bit about car camping and stuff like that, and he pretty much just tries to tell you to keep it simple, get outside, go enjoy the outdoors, and do what you can with what you got. So I thought I'd show you real quick, since we're on just a one-night overnight trip, I thought I'd show you what we brought as far as the camp kitchen. And this is it, guys. We're keeping it real minimalist. You can see we got this is the MSR cook set. We've done a review on that and a video on that as well. And then we've also got the jet boil there. And then I've got a extra coffee pot. And what I found that's easiest to do is I boil up my water in the jet boil and then I'll pour it into the coffee pot. You could probably skip that step and just do it even quicker and not bring the Cabela's coffee pot. And that would be a little bit less room, but we're just keeping it real simple. We knew this was just going to be an overnight camp trip, maybe 2 at the most, depending on where we go. These water bottles here, as you can see over here on the right hand side of the screen, they come from Walmart and they're $3 or $5. Brought 2 of them, and I want to say it's a 3-gallon water deal. 2 of them's plenty for really quite a while. We've spent more or wasted more water by giving the dogs water, and then they'll end up tripping over it, knocking it over, or whatever else when they drag their leads across. But just real quick and easy camp cook. And we also brought a grate for the top, off the top of the small cooker. It's over there in the Jeep. But my plan was if there wasn't a charcoal pit at the campground, because you never can tell if they're going to have the charcoal grills at the campgrounds or not. But we knew we already had the main meal or the dinner last night cooked up, so all we really had to do was heat it up. So my plan was if they didn't have a grill, I figured they'd at least have a fire pit or something. And I brought enough charcoal just to make a small fire, charcoal fire, whatever you want to call it, that we could warm up the dinner with. And then I was going to put the grate on top of that and then put the meal on it. But again, we didn't have to do that because there was a charcoal grill here. But instead of bringing an entire grill, and as you can see, space is limited by the time you get all your junk in here. We also didn't know if there was going to be electricity or not. I did throw in a fan, that box fan right there, that blue box fan. And let's see here, the ice chest. So camp kitchen wise, you've got the ice chest, and then that's all our cook gear right over there on the table. So just thought I'd share that with you. Again, guys, if you like our video, give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. Thanks again for tuning in to Heartland Outdoor Living, and we hope you have a blessed week. I'm going to go wake Mom up. We're going to tear camp down, and we're going to get back on the Oklahoma Adventure Trail. Again, if you guys are interested in seeing some of the trails around this great state, we've ridden them on our dual sport motorcycle, and now we're doing it with the Jeep. But it's Heartland Dual Sport, if you want to check that channel out. And if you're not interested in that, that's okay too. We're going to keep bringing you some good videos on the great outdoors and cooking and camping and just enjoying life. Thanks again, guys, and have a blessed week.